All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Friday afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. And why is Kriss showing a Bitcoin chart? Well, Bitcoin decided to fall right through its yellow box today, and now it's under the yellow box. And it's going to be fighting that as resistance here. And yes, a haircut. Yeah. Got to get ready for my big vacation next week. I got a vacation next week. So yeah, decided today, get it cut. So here we are. So Bitcoin went down 4% today. Dogecoin only about 2.5%, ETH down 4.5%. So Dogecoin on a red day outperforming Bitcoin and ETH. That doesn't happen a lot. So Doge is actually holding up fairly well compared to Bitcoin and ETH on a red day. But we did have Doge have a dump this morning, but it's been holding up since then. But the pump then the dump, of course, goes back to this, which we had on Wednesday. We had the pump. We came up right through Dogecoin's yellow box and then turned around and dumped back below. So that is kind of the story of the week. The pump, then the dump. Ryan's not going to get a haircut. I have a feeling Ryan's not getting a haircut. But Kriss got a haircut. So, yeah. So this was the pump we had, didn't hold, came all the way back down, and now we are ranging again with 9 cents as support. And we'll see whether that holds. Well, Bitcoin did the same thing. Came up all the way to 73, 74K and all the way back down into the 68s and actually did touch 67 a little bit here. So what does this mean? Well, it just means we're still in a bear market and any gains that we get are not going to be able to be held. That's basically what we have. Of course, Dogecoin is still a top 10 cryptocurrency, $1 billion of trading volume today. Unfortunately, most of that trading volume happened on the downside, right in this range right here, right when it started selling this morning. There are some say that Jane Street got a little early start today in the dump. And even though there's a lawsuit against them, that's not going to stop them from taking out long leverage trades, which was big on Bitcoin to the tune of $160 million today. The total liquidations of $324 million across crypto today, 80% on the long side, which means prices were going down. So that's what we have. It's still a bear market. The Rand Group says, look, gasoline pumps to the highest price since April 2024. So as much as Trump wanted to have oil prices down, gas prices down, well, this war is taking that out. You would have thought that Trump would have just said, you know, maybe I don't want to go to war against a big oil producer because it's not looking good. It's not looking good for him right now. So we have oil prices going up. Many are using the word not recession, not inflation, but stagflation now. Stagflation. So you wonder, let's ask Grok, what is stagflation? Because this is a word you're going to start hearing more and more from. And you can say, well, you heard it first here on the KrissPax channel, because you know what? Kriss stays ahead of things, right? Kriss stays ahead of things. Stagflation, a rare and particularly nasty economic condition, according to Grok, right, that combines three bad things happening at the same time. We have high inflation or persistently rising inflation. That's not good. We have stagnant economic growth. The GDP barely increases, stalls, or even shrinks. That can happen if a war is prolonged on GDP, except of course for those companies that make war things, and high unemployment. And guess what? Jobs numbers came out today. Not good. Not good. So normally economies follow a trade-off described as the Phillips curve. When growth is strong and unemployment is low, inflation tends to rise, but stagflation breaks that pattern. Inflation stays high, even though the economy is weak and people are losing jobs. This creates a nightmare for policymakers. Raising interest rates to fight inflation makes the recession stagnation worse and unemployment higher. Cutting rates or stimulating the economy makes inflation even worse. So that's not good. That's not good. As Grok says, a particularly nasty economic condition, and we may be sliding into stagflation. So that's what we have right now. The 1970s stagflation was about the most famous historical example, and it was all on the backs of oil crises. Yes, oil. So what do we have? We have gas prices going up. We have oil being a pesky problem now because of the conflict with Iran. Is it a war? Is it not a war? What is it? It's not good, whatever it is. It's not good. And that, of course, is going to keep the stock market from going up, except again for key companies. And and I don't know what's going to happen with Exxon there, Super Dave, whether Exxon is going to be crippled by this or not. We'll see. But yeah, if the war continues, we could see further price increases, Iran conflict premiums showing up at the pump. All of that is happening. So economically, that's kind of the big thing right now. Kaleo says, look, for the love of everything, can we quit retracing every move higher and get a few consecutive days of green candles? Just once? Nope, we can't. We can't. Sorry, Kaleo. We cannot. The constant retracing is actually what makes the eventual breakout so explosive when it eventually happens. Every dip gets bought because people expect another retrace until suddenly there's no more supply left and it just rips. No, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Crypto Jack says Bitcoin has dropped below support. If the price fails to recover, the next support level is the lower part of the triangle. And basically, price action doesn't give two bits of crap about anybody's bloody triangle because those lines don't mean anything. They just sort of trace and track what's happening with the price, but the price doesn't care about triangles. Just doesn't care. So it's not a trend line. It's just a line connecting points. Doesn't mean diddly squat. when it comes to price. So what happened today? Well, Wintermute. We had this morning. We had Jane Street, and this afternoon it looks like Wintermute is dumping millions of crypto on Binance right now. They are nonstop liquidating Bitcoin before the U.S. market closes, and that's what we saw right up until the live stream started. So I'm not getting the pinging now because that all happened on market close, and the stock market is now closed. We had Mego up big today. For those Mego fans out there, did anybody buy or sell Mego today? I was getting ready to sell if it went higher, and it sort of petered out. So I did not sell my Mego today, but it's over $1.08. And that's okay. Keeps it over $1. That's good. Ted Pillow says, look, someone opened a $33 million Bitcoin long position with 40x leverage today with a liquidation price of $67,429. $67,429. Well, guess where $67,429 is? It is about right here. Guess where Bitcoin's going to go? You know, those kinds of trades have targets on them. And I'm expecting we are going to see Bitcoin go right into that zone. So we'll be watching that because that's one of those things that happens, particularly when there's big leverage longs. Yeah, 67 Ryan. Yeah. You can't make this up. Too bad it wasn't 67,420. That would have been a beautiful number. If it was 67,420, that would have been a beautiful number. 429 is like, but 67,420, that would have been an awesome number. So it's bait, is what it is. Yes, it's bait. People will follow him. 67,429. Target. Yeah, Chuck, Mego had a good day today. I needed to go higher, though, before I sell. And then Ben Cowan says, look, haters are going to hate while the cycles continue to cycle. That's right. The cycles continue to cycle. Bitcoin year-to-date ROI, it's going to keep grinding down. In midterm years, Bitcoin often drops into February, rallies early March, and then drops again into April. So we just had the little rally, and now it's going to grind down. Just again, looking at the 4-year cycles. So what are you going to do? Are you going to hate? Are you going to be a hater? Or are you going to look at the opportunity that is presenting itself to us, as Kriss has been talking about since last December, when we were grinding our way down at the beginning of the bear market? It's really November. And what did Kriss say? Just wait until the summer of 2026. It's going to be glorious. Not because the price is high. No, because the price is low. And it's going to be a buying opportunity. And Ben Cowan agrees with me. So I know Mars always comes and says, what, Kriss, you say, don't wait, don't try to time the market. And I'm like, I'm not going to time the market this summer. I'm going to spread out my buys across the summer. I'm not buying right now. I'm not buying right now. So I'm a believer in this thing, that there is going to be some kind of bigger capitulation thing that's going to happen. So if you're not buying, you're not having fun. Oh, I have fun anyway. I have fun regardless, because that's who I am. That's who I am. So the Rand Group also said today, look, every time I hear about X money, I instantly think about Doge pulling a 3X from here. And I'm like, in the middle of July or August, I don't know. I don't know if Doge is going to do that. It's definitely not going to start rising April through May. That's just, I don't know where he grabbed this fractal from. But looks like he took it from the end of 2023 into 2024. That's the fractal he grabbed, was right there. No. But X money is a thing. We see William Shatner just saying, look, X money is a real thing. But it's still beta, and the beta is going to go on for some time. I don't know when. And I'm like, I wait. So I wait. And of course, Trader Allen's being totally non-committal with his false breakout now, which he was all excited about on Wednesday, the breakout. And guess what? Now it's a false breakout. That's right, a false breakout. Because guess what happened? It pumped and then it dumped. Back into the triangle it goes. And like I said, it'll probably just bleed out sideways, which is most likely what's going to happen. We're not going to have the big green. And I don't think we're going to have the big red either. I think this thing's going to bleed out sideways. And it's like sideways. So not good for those shorting, not good for those longing. It's just going to bleed out sideways. And the bot trading is going to win because the bot traders win when price goes sideways. Classic fake out happens all the time with Doge. Need to see a clean close above with volume, or it's just more chop. And we could be into some March chop going on. We'll see what happens with the war, and we'll see what happens with gas prices. Are we going to get dragged into stagflation? That's the big question right now. That's the big question. Hey, Jason, how are you? The Clarity Act? The Clarity Act isn't going to mean diddly squat for alts. It's just going to be stable coins and regulation and the banks and all that crap. I just don't get it. Doge OS will be an interesting thing to watch. X money, as I've always said, is going to be a bigger catalyst, but I think it's going to be a very short-term catalyst. Most likely in a bear market would be another pump and dump, just like we saw when Elon bought Twitter in October 2022, unfortunately. Now, if Doge is on X money, that's a different story. But I don't think it's going to be there, not for a while. So, Jason, I would love to be on board with you saying the bear market doesn't have a chance. But it is what it is, unfortunately. Anything below 10 is a good buying opportunity. However, I'm not ready to start buying yet. I'm not ready to start buying yet. Should we just sell it all? Why would you sell at 9 cents? Why would you be selling Dogecoin at 9 cents? You know its history. We've looked at its charts. You're selling out a red candle. Most alts have been in a bear since December 2024. Correct, Con, but we measure the bear market by Bitcoin because Bitcoin is still 60% of the market. And Bitcoin had an all-time high in October 2025. So that is when the bear market started, right around October 10th, perhaps. Right around October 10th, just another day. Just another day. So, yep. Just another day. Doge looks exactly same as XRP in 2021 when it failed to make a new all-time high. Interesting. XRP. You know, I really wasn't following XRP back in 2021. It wasn't a thing I was really watching. 2021. Oh, you mean all-time high versus 2017, right? This XRP chart does not go back that far. I got to find another one. Binance wasn't trading it back then. Neither was MEXC. Who was trading it back then? Where's the XRP? You know, I'll just do this. XRP. Coinbase have it? Nope. Not Coinbase. We'll just go with this one. Yeah, there it is, the big run. Yeah, 2017. Yes, Con, 2017, we had the big run up to $3 with XRP, and then the 2021 all-time high or cycle high was $2. So yeah, that's very similar. Doge 2021 to essentially end of 2024 when it went to 48 cents. Good observation. Yeah, I wasn't in XRP back then. Wasn't even following it or watching it or anything. But I did grab some in the summer of 2023 when it was around 58 cents is when I bought XRP down here, which was a good time. Now, XRP has been falling off since July 2025. And XRP is down 62% since then. 62% down. What's XRP going to do? It bounced off the 200 weekly moving average here early February, like a lot of cryptos did. And Bitcoin didn't quite hit. We were looking at that in the video this morning. If you guys saw my video this morning, 60K Bitcoin did not hit the 200-week moving average. It would have to come down to 58K to hit the 200 moving average. And on Dogecoin, we are below the 200-week moving average. Dogecoin's already below it. 200-week moving average for Doge is up here at about 13.5 cents. Yeah. So yeah, the Doge chart not looking great since September 8th, 2025. Down 70%. So buying opportunity, yes. 9-cent Doge. I think we're still going back into the 8s and possibly even the 7s with a bear market bottom prediction of 6.7 cents. And that was the old fib line that I did. Man, I really hope that's how it plays out. I'm pretty sure we need at least 21 cents. And I'm not seeing the pump right now. Chuck says, I had a little conversation with Grok about X money. Grok said probably soon. Could put a little hurting on the banks if it works well. 6% savings. I got to see how that works. There's got to be a catch. Now, Robinhood in its new banking, it's not a bank, right? They're a financial app. They're not a bank, but they do have banking there. And they say that they will give like 4.7% if you set up direct deposits. So from if you're like for your paycheck, if you use the Robinhood so-called bank with direct deposits, you will get a 4.7% interest on the money. They want you sending your money there instead of to a bank. But 6%, again, I want to see what the fine print says about that 6%. So, yeah, sell when it goes to 6 cents, right? When it hits 6.7, sell. You should have a limit order. Sell. Raiden, hey, Raiden, how are you? I sold when it was up 14%, bought back today, got more coins. Nice. Hey, Turbo, how are you? I got out of the XRP. Honestly, I don't feel like going back in. I understand. I'm still holding on to a little bit of XRP, and when I sell it, that'll be it. Done. Goodbye. Yes. I was saying crypto on TradingView goes back farther. Yeah. So I found it. Yeah, I just had to just put XRP in the search and not have it USD or USDT, and then it came up. XRP still owes me 50 euros. You sound like Charlotte and her gambling problem, right? That slot machine owes me, right? Yeah. When will people start buying back into Doge? When it goes on its next big run and it's already up over 15, 20 cents. And then I'm going to be sitting here, right, in these live streams, answering people's questions about when's a good time to buy when Doge is already over 20 cents. And I'm going to be like, dude, where were you? Where were you? Doge is the way. How you doing? My better half is enjoying Boston this weekend for a work summit. Any suggestions for seafood? Yes, legal seafood. Legal seafood is awesome. There's one right there on, I think, Atlantic Avenue in Boston. Legal seafood. The clam chowder is to die for. The clam chowder is to die for. So, yes, the slot machine owes you. One day, I'll take back way more than XRP took from me. One day. One day. Yes. It's going to be nice here in Boston this weekend. It's going to be nice. Well, it's going to be 60 degrees in Boston on Monday. So that'll be a nice warm up for Tuesday. So yes, I will be good. I would be good. I'm ready for the warmth because we had this snow and ice and sleet storm last night into this morning. It just freaking cold here still. Just freaking cold. Is there an illegal seafood? That's a good question. Why do they call it legal seafood? I don't know. I don't know where the name came from. The worst combo. Yeah. There are people who are just really that way about Trump, and I'm just like, whatever. It's just, he's going to do what he's going to do. A Spurs jersey, no. I will not be buying a Spurs jersey. I'm tempted to wear green, though. I'm tempted to wear green, but Ryan probably wouldn't like that. He probably wouldn't want to be sitting next to somebody wearing green at a Celtics game. So, I don't know. I think I should probably stay neutral, huh, Ryan? Should probably stay kind of neutral. Wake me up when the bear is over. The stock market has to go down before we bottom. I agree. We need capitulation in the stock market. And I have been talking about a big drop in the price of stocks. Big pullback in the S&P, NASDAQ. When's that going to happen? I don't know. Got my cash sitting on the sidelines now. Guess what I did? I paid my taxes. I sent off the big check to the United States Treasury. I sent off another big check to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. My taxes are now paid, and I can now start accumulating my dry powder to buy in on the big mega dip that's going to happen at some point in time. So October 10th, yes. WIF got hammered today. What happened to WIF today? I didn't see it. WIF. Yikes. Yikes. Down 11%. What happened? This was late last night, early morning, overnight drop, and then followed by another drop when the markets opened. Yikes. That's, well, that would be a buying opportunity on a red candle, right? Still not quite as low as it was in February, but close. That's a nasty 200-week moving average, just to the downside. That is bad. 19 cents for WIF. I don't really follow the WIF price, but we did have a purple box for it up here at 50 cents, 49 cents, all the way down to 19. Yeah, I'm not buying this. I'm going to stick to Doge. Yeah, I'm just going to stick to Doge. I don't trust these other tokens this time. I don't know what's going to happen when the market turns bullish, but I'm not trusting all those other tokens. I'm just not. I could borrow a French jersey. No, please wear green. Okay. Yeah. Well, the green shirt I have, though, is kind of wintry, but we can make it work. We're nearing the bottom. The day Trump announces our objectives in Iran are accomplished and they wave the white flag, we have to see a major bullish move, don't you think? I think it'll be kind of a minor bullish move, actually. And as Trump said, it needs to be an unconditional surrender. And I think the Iranians are too stubborn to do that. They're just going to battle it out. So, yeah, I don't see it. Trump, the crypto president. Nope. Nope. And that only took about 2 weeks to figure that out. And that's when I sold most of my crypto. 85% of my crypto I sold at the end of January, 2 weeks into his second term. He was talking about tariffs and all that stuff. And it was just like, yeah, this isn't good. Some people would like to forget October 10th. Ooh. You guys. Airing all your dirty laundry. Yeah. Bad jobs data. Oil above 150. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. And I brought up the word stagflation. Yes, we're going to hear about stagflation, I think. We may not officially be in stagflation, but we will be close. Luna and the Cryptonauts. Luna and the Cryptonauts. Okay, Witchock. Luna and the Cryptonauts. I will check that out. Bet that's a huge weight. Yes, it is, Jason. It's a huge weight. Basically, because I know where I am financially now. Now that I have that paid, I know where I am financially. So stick to the top 10. I might do like 5% on something fun. And I still think I'm probably going to buy SWE because I think SWE eventually will make its way around and be a top 10 like I had predicted a few years ago. And it got close. But it has too much dilution still going on with SWE tokens and kind of have to let that play out a little more. But yeah, but it's going to be Bitcoin and Doge mostly. With I still have some ETH, and I still have my KrissPax portfolio that we'll just continue to watch into the next bull cycle. And SWE, I think that's going to be the one outside of the top 10 that I will buy a good amount of, and then maybe dabble in something. So that's my outlook right now, looking forward. Someone was talking about Aave again. Who was that? Kevin Jung was talking about Aave again. He thinks he's going to make another Aave play coming up. And I made good money on Aave 2024, but I don't know if I'm going to go with that again. Still thinking about it. Well, Pepe would be the one that would be like the 5%, right? Just maybe just play with that, right? So Trump wants regime change. He ain't getting it. Trump will tap out when energy soars. Yeah. The midterms are not going to look good. At least the House is going to go Democrat, I think. The Senate may stay Republican. It'll be a split Congress. That's kind of like what I think. But all the Clarity Act is going to do is tokenize more assets for the big players. It's all going to be stables and regulation. The banks in the end are going to get mostly of what they want. Don't know how that's going to happen with interest, getting yield on stables. That's the big issue right now that's still being debated. Danny V, how are you? Happy Freedom Friday Day. Okay. There was a song, Dirty Laundry, by the guy from the Eagles. Was it Don Henley? That was a good song. Sorry if I misinterpreted. You're welcome. William, still need to pay your taxes. Mine is done. Done. And even though I owed, I didn't want to wait until April. I just paid it. Just get it done, get it behind me, and move on. SWE will be a monster. I think so. Raven agrees. In the future. Buying on the dips. Aerodrome. Yeah. I mean, Ondo is one of them, right? Ondo Finance. I mean, there's so many. I don't know what's going to be the big project. What's the big one what's big that's going to hit? I'm not going to end up with 20 cryptos again. I'm just not going to do it. It just got to be too much. And I want to buy some stocks too. So I want to get more Tesla again. And some other stocks. So all of that is just slowly going to build. Bitcoin right now is back over 68K, but it is underneath the yellow box, which is 68.2 is the bottom of the yellow box for Bitcoin. We're watching that. Again, I'm expecting it to dive down and take out that leveraged long trade. And we will be taking a look at that on the liquidations. So I think we're going to see that a little liquidation thing happening. Babel, it sounds like I want to tokenize my house and my Pokemon cards. Well, I mean, there's a lot of talk about that with Tim Stebbing, Dogecoin Foundation, House of Doge. They are going to push for tokenization on the Dogecoin blockchain. That's going to be a big move that House of Doge is going to make, is tokenization. There'll be other ways through crypto to tokenize. Even Peak, I guess, is going to be one of them. But yeah, I'll wait for Doge and tokenize with Doge. How does Raul Paul still have a following? People still love that guy, and he's gotten it so wrong. He's gotten it so wrong. And his whole thing about this super cycle with the business cycle and all that, Failed. Nah. Remember the banana zone? Remember the big banana zone we were waiting for? Nope. Didn't get it. No banana zone, no bananas. We got a half a banana, not a full banana. Like I said. Yeah, he messed up the whole cycle was wrong. And he still hasn't conceded he's wrong. Right. Because he never will. He still thinks he's right. Mr. Raiden, what did you do a thing? Did you do a thing there, Raiden? Wow, on a Friday. Very nice. Very nice. Looky there. There's a thing for fun. We will do that. Look at Charlotte's already getting ready. Look at Charlotte. She's like laser focused. She's like, I'm going to win this one. I'm going to win this one. Tokenize. Sounds like some Cheech and Chong. Yeah, the banana zone. Somebody, I'm not in the ADA world. $10 ADA. Yeah. $10 ADA. Always am, Chris. Win and pass. I wouldn't expect anything less. Win and pass. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do for everybody who's here, because if you're not here, you can't win. So, giveaways from our friend Mr. Raiden. We're going to give away this, and you guys know what to do. You guys know what to do. Type Dogecoin in the chat, and you will be eligible to win some Dogecoin today. We're going to have a giveaway. Look at that, not even 67 in the chat. So the regulars have a good chance of winning today. The regulars are coming. The regulars are coming. This is going to be our 82nd day of giveaways on the KrissPax channel. 82nd. Giveaway 82. From If there are people here who have not been here for giveaways before, let me tell you how it works. We've got a giveaway tool here. It randomly selects. It's not rigged. It is not rigged. It randomly selects from the people in the chat who have typed the word Dogecoin in the chat. It needs to be with a capital D, Dogecoin. If you keep typing Dogecoin many times, giveaway tool only gives one entry per person. Hey, Motor City Crypto's here in the house, the winner of the last giveaway. Doge, David Bryan, Doge, the Dogecoin regulars. Exactly. Backwards. That'll do it, Danny. If your name comes up in the draw, and you'll get your name with the confetti and all that, woohoo, everybody applauding, all of that, and you can decide whether you want to take the Doge, nothing wrong with that, or you can pass it on. If you just wanted to win the giveaway but didn't actually want to take the Doge, you want to pass it on to someone else, you can choose to do that. If your name comes up, you need to type something in the chat like yay, woohoo, something like that, that lets me know that you are a winner, and then you can decide. And then if you are one of the three that are going to accept the Dogecoin, sometime tonight, send me an email and let me know your YouTube handle and your Dogecoin wallet address, because I got to know where to send the Doge. It's got to be a Dogecoin wallet address that begins with the letter D, because I only do things on chain. None of this wrap Doge or OX crap. That is not real Dogecoin. Yes, Charlotte, that word still works. I'm never going to put that in the naughty list. Never going to put that in the naughty list. Okay, do we have everybody entered who wants to enter? I think only half of you are entered right now. You want some Dogecoin or not? Thank you, my friend Raiden. Appreciate it. Generosity, as always. Let's do this thing called the giveaway. First spin. Let's go. Let's go. Red ball. The red ball. How you doing, my friend? Rigged. The first word that comes out, rigged. Oh. Mr. Red Bull, how you doing? Passing it on. Well, congrats on the win. He is passing it on. We will do a re-spin. Re-spin. Here we go. People still coming in. Type the word Dogecoin in the chat and you will be entered. Ace high. Ace, you haven't won for a long time. It's time to get a streak going again, right? Yep. Ace. Congrats, man. Woohoo. This is only the first of 3 draws, thanks to our generous friend, Raiden. Ace high. There you are. All right. We got our first winner chicken dinner or 33 Doge. Oh, I forgot. There you go. There you go. The giveaway tool should know I'm always here first and it should pick me. Well, we'll see what happens. All right, let's go. Drawing number 2. Drawing number 2. Who's it going to be? It's not going to. May the Doge be with you. That is a great name. May the Doge be with you. Congratulations, Doge. May the Doge. Hey, you're welcome. May the Doge be with you and also with you. Yes, and also with you. All right, that is our second drawing. And now we got one more to go. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be for the third drawing? Pax Cat, your king. There you go. Ah, see? That's why you created that account. Pax Cat, the winner. All right, Pax Cat account while she switches back over to her phone. It's like, wait a sec. I gotta go on my other device. We're gonna pass. But are you happy now? Are you happy? You're gonna pass it to Ryan. Gonna pass it to Ryan 365. Ryan, do you accept? I think you kind of have to. I think you gotta have to. I do. There he goes again, using that word. I do. All right. So that's what we have for the giveaway today. Congratulations. May the Doge be with you. Do you have my email address? I know the other two do. Do I need to call it up for you? Paxcat won't pass to me. Paxcat could have. That would have been interesting. Paxcat transfers it, right? Passes it on to Charmander, and then Charmander decides, you know what? I'll pass it on too. You could have done that. Okay, so I don't have to call up my email address. You guys got it? Send me an email. Again, I delete all the emails. I don't keep them all. So you have to send me another email with your Dogecoin wallet address, and I will send the Doge later tonight. I'm busy tonight at a basketball. I'm not at the game, but I'll be watching the game. The return of Jason Tatum to the Boston Celtics. Looks like he's going to play tonight. Probably limited minutes, but it's going to be pretty exciting tonight. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Ryan Hall, to see if they will be alive tomorrow morning. I don't know who Ryan Hall is, and I don't know if I want to chance not being alive. I don't want to be unalive. I would rather not. Ryan will be at a Spurs game. Imagine that. Kawhi's in town. Yeah, definitely have to boo him. A weather streamer. Stormy in Oklahoma. Ryan Hall. Oh, are they storm chasers? Interesting. No, I'm busy. I'm doing the Celtics thing. Jason Tatum, got to do that. So, Hamad, how are you? I am well. I hope you're well as well. Thanks for stopping in to KrissPax live stream. We just had a nice giveaway thanks to our friend Raiden. And we're seeing what's happening with Bitcoin and whether Bitcoin's going to turn around and drop to 67,420. We're going to watch for that because that is what I expect would happen. That's what I would expect. Congrats to everybody, as William says. Yeah, I can't believe Charlotte put a bad word in the chat. And it didn't get banned. How did that not get banned? I don't have that word on the ban list. Wow. I'll take Meggle to $5. It's not moving after market, stuck at $1.08. But I'll take it to $5. The naughty Charlotte. Paxcat, your king deserved the bad name. You're just checking the list, see what gets banned. Oh God. This is a PG channel. Well, I have a long list of words that are banned, and the list gets longer all the time. Just because stuff gets through, and I can't believe that word is not on the list. Can't believe it. The blue line looks lonely. Yeah, doesn't it? It's like, oh, I miss you, blue line. Oh. XRP. A double shield. XRIP. Yeah, more like it. Oh, come on. You've got some XRP in your portfolio, Charlotte. I'm sure you do. You've got some XRP. I know you and your Speedo Turbo. I know. I know all about your Speedo. Not going to be banning that. You're good. Yeah, see? I thought so. I thought so. And how are those other pump.fun tokens going? You've got XRP too, one of my cryptos that are in the green. Mine too. My XRP is also still in the green. SEXY didn't go through. Ah, that's banned. But FUCKER is not. I need to put XRP on the list. If I saw you in a Speedo, I'd ban you. Sure. What's going on with X money? We're waiting. It's in beta. Beta with no digital assets. It's just fiat. But yeah. Ryan, what? You didn't know? You didn't know? Is Doge the war coin? Doge is the everything coin. Doge is for everything. Everybody should have Doge. You might have to do some thinking. You didn't know, Ryan? Charlotte, not been buying many tokens recently. You've been behaving. Hey, it came through. Wait. Somebody else said they couldn't type it, and you can. Huh. Maybe people who are mods can use the naughties. Around town, welcome. There you are. Glad you can make it. Yeah, so the mods can use the words from the naughty list. Got it. Probably how that word, I'm sure it's on the list. How can the Dogecoin community end the conflict? Yeah, unfortunately, Aaron, we just kind of have to do only good every day and do our thing. Maybe the good vibes will spread out, but there used to be a thing called the Doge Army, and I never liked that term, the Doge Army. I never liked it. Yeah. I think she used the word before she had a wrench, Ryan. I think crackhead is a safe word. What price was I going to sell Mego? I was shooting for $1.20. Got up to $1.18 today. And I was like, close. And then, of course, buy back in lower. But didn't happen today. But it was a nice little run. And it's still up at $1.08. So that's good. Maybe it'll have another run on Monday. Usually it doesn't. Usually it waits a number of weeks before it gets that kind of volume trading again. Usually like once a month. And I hope that's not it for March. Down 70% on Sheeb and Doge Elon Mars. Any chance to get my money back? Sheeb, maybe. Doge Elon Mars? That's a long shot. That's a long shot. Rejo guy. Are we still at war with the Sheeb army? No, we're not. I just don't like it. But we're not war. Nobody in Doge is at war with anybody. We love everything. It's all good. We're going to have this background for a little while I'm moving around. Next week, I'll have a live stream on Monday, but then I'm on vacation. And the rest of the week, there will be no lives. So after Monday, you guys are on your own for a week. I'll still do videos from remote locations, but no lives. I know, right? Vacay. Exactly. Traveling around. So I can't be left alone. All right. Well, for one day, right? For one day. And then I'm going on from there. Oh, no. Your XRP's in the red. My XRP's still in the green, William. I had 58 cents is my average price. 58 cents on XRP. It dropped down to $1.34 here today. Yeah, we're waiting to see whether Bitcoin turns around and dumps down. I'm still waiting to see that, if that happens. Still waiting to see that. Yes, you should worry, Charlotte. I'm not going to Dubai. No, I'm staying right here. Why would I go to Dubai when there's a war going on over there? No. Staying right here in the USA for a while. Any news about Fresa? I don't know what that is. Milan, I don't know what Fresa is. You can watch the live stream reruns, yeah. Thank you, Raiden. Appreciate it. So that's why you're both getting haircuts. Well, one of us got a haircut. I don't know if the other is going to get a haircut. Wine and dine. That's right. So early dinner on Tuesday, right, Ryan? I'm not having lunch because I'm going to be in an airplane. I'm missing lunch. Looking forward to an early dinner before the game. An insider has predicted on Polymarket a bombing of Iran within the next few hours. Isn't there always bombing going on? Did it stop? It hasn't stopped from what I know. I don't understand. Did I miss something? Milan, did I was it a joke or something? I could have. I don't get it. Sorry. I don't get it. Sorry. We shall see, Ryan says. Have to actually go into the office that day. We can probably meet up around 3:30. I don't know what time I'm getting to the hotel. It's going to be around that time. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I land. Well, if I took a selfie, then there would be a chance of it getting out. So there might not be any pics. Unless we put some emojis on our faces or something, right? The Aza Miner website. No, the whole mining thing just kind of passed me by, and I got pissed off at AlphaPex, so did not pursue mining. Exxon stalled, but oil futures are up 12%. So Exxon will make that move 12% soon. I don't know. We'll see. They still might be, even if the oil prices go up, that doesn't mean the company is going to go up the stock that much. So put a clown emoji on face. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Burger selfies. Nope, never got my miner. AlphaPex totally dissed me. Totally dissed me. Not good. I've never flown. I'm waiting on Dogecoin to take off, and then you'll fly to them. Cute. Cute. Nice Doge reference. Nice Doge reference. There's not much going on with Doge right now. I mean, this was the update that our friend Trader Allen put on his symmetrical triangle chart, because yesterday it was this big breakout, right? Big breakout. We're going to go up. And today it's like a false breakout because we pumped and then we dumped. And so now it's indecision time again. And as I predicted, it's going to go sideways. It's going to go sideways. I know, Ryan, right? They had me on their X Space. They had me talking about it during my live streams. And some of you who watching bought some. And that's when they said, okay, okay, we'll send you one. And I never got it. I don't think it was ever sent. The whole thing was fake. That's just not a good look. Not a good look. Yeah, everybody got October wrong, Wits. Everybody got it wrong. I remember. You don't have to remind me. Everybody got it wrong. Unprofessional. Totally. Glad you didn't buy. Glad I shorted. Binance probably predicted it, right? Because they knew what was going on. CZ still he still denies any involvement. And of course he will. But you know they did something. I mean, we looked at all the wallets and all the coins moving, and it was just like, God, Wintermute and Binance were totally behind it. Judwack, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Tom stream. Oh, that's right. You have a wrench over there too. I got a wrench too. Mine's legitimate though. Mine's a legitimate wrench. I just haven't had time to tune in. I've been way too busy. Got a lot going on right now. Teriyaki stir fry with malt vinegar. Oh, no, I couldn't do that, Dave. The vinegar just, couldn't do it. I remember Larry King. Not everybody got it wrong. Nobody predicted October 10th. Nobody predicted that. And I will say, even the people I don't know, nobody predicted that. Exactly. That's it, Ryan. I'm legit. True. Oh, Charlotte, come on, true. You know Tom clicked on your profile pic and it was like, yeah, she gets a wrench. You know he did. BSV, folks. Yeah, I don't believe that, Chudwick. I'm looking at XRP and it's starting to grow on me. Oh, Murchie, don't. If you believe in Dogecoin, no, don't. Evil, evil. Ripple is evil. They're in bed with the banks and the governments. Yes, Ripple is in bed with the banks and the governments. They're supporting CBDCs. It's like, no, don't go there. There you go, Raiden. You've been wrenched. Hey, Toss, happy Friday. Starting to embrace the bear, stacking cash for the summer. As I said at the beginning of the live stream, that's exactly my plan. Exactly my plan. So, the internet has memories. Okay, well, why don't you send me a memory to my email that someone actually said that, predicted that October would not be October before October started. Because, yeah. Doge went down to 9.5 cents on that day. So Doge has actually gone lower since then, like most alts have. Most alts have actually gone lower than the October 10th flash crash, except for the real low liquidity ones like Atom, which almost went to zero. Yeah, Dogecoin's a little bit below it now at 9.1, but it was 9.5 on that day. There you go, Raiden. Woo! Fancy that shield. Fancy that wrench. Fancy schmancy. Don't go to the dark side. Yeah. Yeah, we lost one of our ranks, so it has been replaced. With a wrench comes great responsibility. Hey, Raiden, thanks. Yeah. Nice to see you, man. Nice to you to make it. Nice to know that you're alive somewhere in the world. Because we never know where you are. We never know. It's nice to see you. Oh, I'm just watching Bitcoin. I'm going to keep the Bitcoin chart on, see whether this plays out here, down into this 67,420 range here. So that's what we're waiting to see on Bitcoin here. Are we going to see that move tonight? A handful of people on X predicted it. I didn't see it. Look at that wrench. Morocco this week, London next week. Exactly. Like you're all over the world. The world traveler. Oh, London, you won't be that far from Miss Charlotte. Exactly. There will always be some people make outlandish predictions, and by some stroke of luck, they get it correct. Oh, exactly. Give a shout out. when you're in London, just yell from Hyde Park, Charlotte, and she'll hear it. I can only tell you what I'm doing, Immortal. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the summer. I am, unless there's some huge, giant black swan thing that immediately drops prices, big percentage, then I'll be scooping up before the summer. But other than that, while this thing is going on, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump, I'm not buying. I'm waiting. If I miss it and I get it wrong and prices are higher in the summer, so be it. But I've seen this before. I've seen this before. Okay, Chudwack. I had actually sold most of my Doge before the dump as well, because I sold it when it was up over 30 cents back in January 2025. So there. That's a good one. I will buy some Doge when the viewers to moderators of this channel become 1-to-1. That's actually funny. I like that. Oh, I chose to sell. I chose to sell. I made the choice. Yeah. Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster. Yeah, William, me too. End of summer. So we wait. We be patient. Patient, patient. That's what I'm going to be. Very patient. All right, gang. Hey, we're 9.11 cents. Yippee, dancing Doge, all of that. That's what we got for a Friday. I hope everybody has a fabulous weekend. I will be live on Monday. Then will be my last live for a week or so as I go on vacay next week. I hope everybody has a fabulous weekend. I'll do a video probably sometime over the weekend. So look for that. Got to watch my videos. They're good videos. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.